Hello! One of Younique's new products is very quickly becoming one of my favorites, and I'm going to tell you why. I've always kind of played with the sculpting, which would be highlighting and contouring if you want to talk more specific. And I've always used whatever I had on hand to do it, and thankfully Younique's actually come up with the perfect tool for highlighting and contouring. And in this case, really what you're doing is you're sculpting your face, right? You always kind of want to get those cheekbones up and get something that makes your face looks a little bit skinnier. Well, some of us do. And not only did they come up with the perfect way to do it, they also came up with the perfect tool to do it. So, double whammy. And I'm going to show you why. So, I'm using medium, but there's also light and dark. So, it will cover pretty much all the types, all the skin types and skin colors, so that's good. If you're really pale, you're probably gonna want to go with the light. If you're that Mediterranean olive color skin, medium's perfect for you. And of course, if you're any darker than that, I would definitely go with dark. So the way it works, it's that nice little pocket, and it has the little mirror in case you want to just work with that. I always have my own mirror, but that's just me. It also has that little leaflet that's actually attached, so it's not something you can lose, which is good, because if you're like me, I lose everything. If it's not stuck to it, it won't stay. And what it does is it will show you where each product can go. And the reason why I say can, it's because those are suggestions. Not everybody's face is the same, and you don't necessarily need to contour or highlight every single places depending on how your face looks like. So it's always good to have that as a reference, so you know where it can go. It doesn't mean you're gonna have to put it everywhere. So what we're gonna start using that slated side of the brush, we're gonna go with the darker color, which is right there. It's kind of like a cream to powder base, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna use it to contour, right? So you want to increase the hollow areas, and what does that? It's like when you put dark, you make it recede. When you put light, you put it, it just becomes more prominent. So darker color makes it smaller, lighter color makes it bigger. So you gonna try to kind of work and try to make some areas look smaller, so you can kind of increase that sculpting look. All right, so always start here rather than here, because you want most of the color to be up here and then kind of work it down. You do not want to go too far down. You usually want to stop right at the beginning of your eye, okay? So kind of tap. Kind of brush it up and down. And then when you blend, you always want to blend up and not down, okay? All right, and you don't want to overblend. You really do try to get those different areas shaded. So here we go. Right away you can tell more definition. No, it's not going to stay that way. I will blend it a little bit more. Then for me, I do have, it's not like huge, but I do have a little bit of a prominent forehead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right at the edge. And that really depends of your face. If you do not have that, then you don't need to make it look smaller, right? Makes sense? Right, blend it in. Alright, then the other is going to try to get that line right here. And you want to go light, you don't want to go too dark. You're really just trying to make a shadow. So I don't know if you can tell the difference already. I think it's a pretty amazing product. You don't want to put so much that it looks like you have a beard. Not really good. And same thing, you're gonna want to just kind of blend it. No defined lines anywhere. Okay, you just want that shadow. Alright, the next place you could put it, mine is actually not that bad, but I'm gonna do it just to show you. It's right here on the side. Alright, and once again, just blend. And there you go. Alright, so those are the places, oops, that you can put that darker color. Then you're gonna turn the brush around, you're gonna use that side, and you're gonna go and come and use that middle color, which is the lightest one. And with that, we're gonna highlight. So same kind of place where you did the concealer. When you do your concealer, that's where this would actually go. It's a powder, so you want to tap it first so it doesn't fly everywhere. Kind of want to get it in your skin. Always do that V shape. Okay, one. There you go. Then also have it right here as a V shape. Chin. Can put it on the top of your nose just a little. And then you can try to kind of do right on the apple of your cheek. Always trying to get that contrast, so you want it above where you put the darker color. Alright, and for this, that's pretty much it. Now, you can either move on to the third color in the trio. What I would recommend is to actually do your blush first. And the reason you do that is because that last piece of the Sculpting trio, it's kind of like a shimmery color, and you don't want to cover that. You want it to be the last thing you put on. So blush, always just easy. Remember, just go light. It's easier to add color than it is to remove it. I did put more than I wanted on purpose on this side, and the reason why I did that is because I want to show you what you can do if this happens to you. Of course, that would require for me to find my brush, who seems to be interestingly missing. So I'm going to use another one. Up here it is. I found it. So you want to take a clean brush. So you don't want to keep doing it with the brush you've been putting the color on, because there's still color on it. And so you're really not going to remove anything. But see, I am definitely lighter on this side than I am here. And you want to take the clean brush and you're just kind of going to blend it in. And by doing that, you're removing the extra. Now there's also a little bit of a shadow, but by the time you're done, by the time you're done, then you do have a balanced color on both sides. So once we've done the blush, then we can go back and do that last color on the trio, which is right here, and that's shimmery. And for that, well, you can use the brush if you want. Personally, I just use my finger. And you're gonna wanna do that arch right here. And remember, this is really shimmery, so the light is really gonna reflect on that, and it really help creating that nice high cheekbone, which is just really, it's such a fabulous product. I honestly am so happy they did it. The other place I usually put it is right here in my Cupid's bow. I still put it a little bit on top of my nose. And then if my eyes were already done, which is not the case, but I'm still gonna show you, I would put it right underneath the eyebrow. And all of this is really because this is really adding on to the highlighting. This is where the light is gonna hit, and it's gonna help define your face perfectly, which is just awesome. So there you go, the trio, 3 different shades depending on the one you need, and hopefully that was helpful. Bye.